One sec. I'm just going to do the questions now, if that's okay with you guys. Right. Now, let's begin. The first step is to multiply the last number by the first number. The 3 by the minus 2. And what you get? Minus 6. Okay? Now, see the minus x? That's actually minus 1x. I want two numbers that multiply to give me minus 6, but add to give me minus 1. Minus 3 and plus 2. Excuse me, sir. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the question here. Here's the question. And we're going to rewrite the question. So what do I break up the minus 1 into? Minus 3x plus 2x. Okay. And the minus 2 is there. Can everybody see both lines are identical with each other? As in, they both have 3x squared, they both have minus 2's, and the minus 3 plus 2 in the middle still turns back into minus 1. They are, in fact, the same thing. Okay, any questions? Hands up. Now, what can we take out of the first two? Then what's left over? And then plus 2 into. And then finally at the end, 3x plus 2. Okay, so that is, somebody make a note. I did question 12 first, no bother. Okay, what I'm going to do next is, I'm going to do question 15 two different ways, okay? I'm going to show you what I mean. I taught you the short way, and this is the long way. You have to do the long way when it's 2x squared, 3x squared, 7x squared. Only when it's a 1x squared can you do it the short way. Does that make sense? Okay, so here's what you're going to do next. You get your next question, and it's actually exactly the same technique if you want it to be. So here's what you could do. If you have, I'll do 18 actually. 18 is a better one. Okay, x squared minus 4x minus 12. You can still start off the same way. That's a 1x squared, isn't it? 1 multiplied by minus 12, and then two numbers that it breaks up into, and minus 6 and plus 2, because that will give you the minus 4. You can jump straight into the answer because it's a 1x squared one. Now, if you didn't want to jump straight into the answer and you wanted to do it the same way every time, here's what you would do. You would, first of all, split up the 4x. What can you split up the 4x into? Minus 6x plus minus 12. Excellent. Okay, what can you take out of the first two? And then into? And then plus 2 into? And then the answer is still x plus 2 and x minus 6. Okay, another question I was just asked was, can we do plus 2 and minus 6 instead of minus 6 plus 2? And the great thing about this method is, yes, you can, provided you keep the minus and plus in the correct place. So if you ask me to do x squared plus 2x minus 6x minus 12, I'll still get the same answer. Look at this. So x into x plus 2. Take out minus 6, and you still get x plus 2. And then your answer will be x minus 6 and x plus 2. The first answer I got was x plus 2 and x minus 6. But just because they're in the different arrangement, it's still the same number. In the same way, 2 multiplied by 3 is the same thing as 3 multiplied by 2. When multiplication, it doesn't matter which one comes first. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Okay, question at the now. Lads, next one, alright. So we try, somebody asked me about 21, was it? Now, 21. What's the first step I use, lads? What's the first step? Yeah, the 3 by the minus 20, isn't it? Okay, so the 3 times the minus 20 gets me. Now I'm going to make a little list here, okay? One of them has to be negative, the other one has to be positive. I could go for a minus 1 and 60. Not really. I'll just put down the regular numbers first. I could go 2 and 30. 3 and 4 and. Okay, 1 negative, 1 positive. minus 15 plus 4. Now I have an option. I can put the 15 first, or I can put the 4 first. Which one would you like? 15 is easier, but there's no wrong choice, is what I'm trying to get at. So one person might do it this way. Okay, that's one person chose it that way. Somebody else chose it the other way. And what you're going to find is all roads lead to the same place. Okay, it's just you took a different road as well. Still the correct route though. Okay, now what do I do here, guys, for the first way? What can I take out? 3x, and what's left over? X minus 5, and then the second part? 4 into. Okay, and then the answer? 3x plus 4. Okay, excellent. Now, what about the second method? What can I take out of the first two? Just x, and you get left with. And then take out a minus. Take out minus what? And you're left with 3x. They have to be the same bracket twice. And what's the answer this time? X minus 5 and. So if you have to, they're the same answer. So if you look at the guy beside you and he has the brackets in the opposite direction, it just means you chose the middle numbers in a different order. That's all it means. Okay, everything's correct. I think we're good now, are we? I think it's time to try a few of them yourselves, okay? 27. Yeah, it'd be pretty easy now. I'll show you now. Actually, who asked me to do 27? Okay, Sam, you're going to do 27 for me because I reckon you can do it. Right? What's the first step? What you get? Exactly. So, you got 12. Okay, I did 27 as well. So I didn't do 24. I did 21, 15. I'm just making a list of the questions I did. So, okay, 12. Break up 12 into two numbers, Sam. 6 and 2 will add to give you 8. Try again. Exactly. So plus 12x plus. All right, finish it off for me now. 4x into x. Yeah, and then the other one. What can you take out of two of them? Yeah, just take out 1, and then what are you left with? Now, lads, big difference between me and you guys is not that I'm smarter, it's that I check more often. That's the main thing, and I'm going to check right now. 4x times x, 4x times 3, 1 times x, 1 times 3. I do that every time. Or anytime I get it wrong, it's because I didn't check, if you get what I'm saying. Now, then the answer is 4x plus 1, x plus 3. And you can see it's quite handy now, okay? So, in class now,